Students, welcome to all of you. In my previous lecture, you have studied the various methods of representation or concentration of methods. Among them, we have solved many numericals based on molarity. So, try to do more and more numericals on the basis of molarity, molality, mole fraction and other percentage concentration methods. In today's lecture, we are going to study that is empirical formula and molecular formula. So before starting these 2 points, I want to discuss with you what is chemical formula. So, chemical formula of a compound is a short or brief representation of compound in terms of symbol of atoms of various elements is called chemical formula. The definition of chemical formula is: the chemical formula of a compound is the brief or short representation of a compound in terms of symbol of various elements present in that compound is called chemical formula of the compound. For example, the formula of calcium carbonate. Formula of calcium carbonate is CaCO3. Formula of ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide is NH4OH. Chemical formula of oxalic acid is H2C2O4.2S2O. And some more examples, that is phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid is H3PO4. Similarly, the formula of magnesium nitride. Magnesium nitride is Mg3N2. So they represents the chemical formula of the compound. And students, these chemical formula are of generally 3 types, in which first is called empirical formula. Second is called molecular formula. And third is called structural formula. So, what is empirical formula? So, empirical formula of a compound is the simplest whole number ratio of the atoms of various elements present in one molecule of the compound is called empirical formula of that compound. Students, empirical formula of a compound is the simplest whole number ratio of atoms of various elements present in one molecule of compound is called empirical formula of the compound. For example, For example, we know that the formula of glucose is C6H12O6. Alright. In this example, the ratio of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen atom is as. In this very example, the ratio of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen atom in glucose molecule is 6:12:6. Okay. So in order to express the empirical formula of the compound, we have to take out or we have to remove the common factor, also known as multiplying factor, and we have to write the simplest whole number ratio. Then we will get empirical formula of the compound. So in this very example, glucose C6H12O6, the ratio of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen atom is 6:12:6. By taking common factor as a 6 or multiplying factor, taking out common factor 6 or multiplying factor, means common factor means multiplying factor. Alright, and that is taking out 6. So this ratio become 1:2:1. Means by taking out 6 as a common factor, the ratio of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen atom in glucose molecule become 1:2:1, and this is now showing simplest whole number ratio, and this simplest whole number ratio represents the empirical formula of the compound. So the empirical formula of glucose will be CH2O. This is the way of writing the empirical formula of the compound. Clear, student? I taking another example. The formula of hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. Okay? In order to express the empirical formula of hydrogen peroxide, first of all, you have to take out means we have to remove the common factor or multiplying factor and find the simplest ratio of the atoms which are present in the compound. So in this very example, the ratio of hydrogen to the oxygen is 2:2. Ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is 2:2, and in order to express its empirical formula, you have to take out or you have to remove that is common factor, means which is common in both. Here 6 was common in all the 3 atoms, so you are taking 6 as a common factor. Similarly here 2 is the common, that is termed common factor. So taking out 2 as a common factor, the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen become 1:1. The ratio of hydrogen and oxygen atoms become 1:1. So students, empirical formula of this very compound will become HO. So the empirical formula of hydrogen peroxide will be HO. Clear? So this is the concept of empirical formula. How you have to express, how it can be written. So they are showing their formulas, chemical formulas, and you have to find empirical formula by taking out common factor or multiplying factor. Then you will get simplest whole number ratio, and the simplest whole number ratio will show the empirical formula of the compound. Okay. Next point is molecular formula. So what is molecular formula? Molecular formula of a compound is the actual or real ratio of the atoms of various elements present in one molecular compound is termed molecular formula of that compound. Okay, student? The molecular formula of a compound is the actual or real ratio of atoms of various elements present in one molecule of the compound is called molecular formula of the compound. And in order to express the molecular formula of the compound, there is no need to take out common factor or multiplying factor. We have to write their actual ratio of the concerned atoms, and that will represent the molecular formula of that compound. For example, you are knowing benzene. The formula of benzene is that is C6H6. So students, in benzene molecule there are carbon and hydrogen atoms are present in the ratio 6:6. So this will be the 6 and 6 showing the actual or real ratio. And you have, and for expressing the molecular formula must know that there is no need to take out common factor or multiplying factor. Just the ratio, real ratio or actual ratio will represent the molecular formula of that compound. So molecular formula of benzene will be that is in the same way 6,6H6. Okay. Other example, suppose we have to represent that is Na2O2, name is a sodium peroxide. So this Na2O2 sodium peroxide, there are two atoms of sodium and two atoms of oxygen, and they are present in the ratio of 2:2. So in order to express its molecular formula, no removal of multiplying factor, or there is no removal of common factor, and you have to just write the actual ratio or real ratio which are present in between the concerned atoms will show the molecular formula of the compound. So the molecular formula of the sodium peroxide will be as same and will be Na2O2. Okay. Next is structural formula. So what is structural formula? So students, structural formula of a compound is the brief representation, or you can say the structural formula of a compound is the arrangement of various atoms. Arrangement of various atoms together. Arrangement of various atoms together, and in other words, you can say that structural formula of a compound represents the bond formation between the various atoms of a molecule. Structural formula of a compound also represents the bond formation between the various atoms of a molecule is called structural formula of the compound. For example, suppose we have to write the structural formula of compound carbon dioxide CO2. So student, that can be written as, so this one, bond formed between the atoms which are present in that molecular compound will show the structural formula of the compound. So this one represent the structural formula of CO2. Similarly, suppose we had to write the structural formula of ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. So, the structural formula of ethanoic acid may be written as this one. Children, this one represents the structural formula of ethanoic acid. And in most simple way, suppose you have to write the structural formula of water molecule. So that is very simple. There are two hydrogen atoms, one oxygen atom. You have to show their bond formation. So that is H, OH. So this will represent the structural formula of water molecule. So that is in accordance with the definition that structural formula of a compound is the representation or you can say arrangement of various atoms together. Arrangement of various atoms together, or in other words, it is the representation or you can say this represents the bond formation between the various atoms of a molecule, shows the structural formula of the compound. Okay, children? Now next point you have to study in this very point, what is the relationship between molecular formula and empirical formula? Relationship between molecular formula and empirical formula. So simplest relationship between molecular formula and empirical formula can be given as molecular formula is n times the empirical formula, where this short EMF means molecular formula of the compound, EF means empirical formula of the compound, and n is a positive number having values 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So n stands a positive number having values 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. EMF stands for molecular formula, EF stands for empirical formula, and this shows the relationship between molecular formula and empirical formula. Or in other words, you can say that molecular formula of a compound is n times that of empirical formula of that compound, and this number n can be found easily by molecular formula dividing by empirical formula mass. The value of this n can be found by using the formula, that is molecular formula mass of the compound divided by empirical formula mass of the compound. Then you will easily find the value of n, and the value of n will always come 1 or more than 1, and it will be a positive number, never become a 0. Okay? If this value becomes 0, there is no existence of either molecular formula or empirical formula. So must remember the relationship between molecular formula and empirical formula, and this relationship will be applied in determining the empirical formula of the compounds. So student, next point you have to discuss that how empirical formula of the compound is determined, or what are the methods, what are the laws by which empirical formula of the compound is determined. So determination of empirical formula, rule or laws, I will discuss you in next lecture. Till then, student, remember it properly and must learn the formulas, definition, and also student make notes properly and try to solve numericals which are given in your book. If you are solving or you are doing more and more numericals, your concept become too much clear. And if I have students any doubt, any confusion, ask me without any hesitation. Alright? So students, that's all today. Thank you very much.